Hello my little ghosts, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are just as excited as I am for the spooky season, and I'm here to help you get completely immersed with more ritual pastas, so make sure you subscribe and turn on all notifications to stay updated. Leave a like and a comment if you'd like to hear more creepy content, and thank you in advance for supporting my work. Now, let's hear tonight's story. I've personally known a couple of morons who attempted this ritual, trying to scare the living hell out of each other on a Halloween night. My ex was the one to lead the game, poor little attention-seeking bastard. As many or as little people as you want can play this game. However, only one can actively follow through the steps. If you're going to listen until the end, and for some reason decide that it sounds like a cozy way to spend your evening, by all means go for it. And here are the steps. The person leading the ritual is going to be the king. Any other person who might participate is seen as a servant. The king must be seated on an armchair in the middle of the room where the ritual is being completed. If there are servants in the room, they must all bow down to the king and show respect. Once seated, the king should recite the following. The king has all he ever wished for, and even so, he asks for more. A greedy king rules greedy people who have been starving, that's for sure. And so the king, who fears nothing, with his heart rotten at the core, has angered many who are cutting loose from his grip for being sore. And all their anger and their sickness they used to open up the door that always trapped the king's one weakness, the creature royal once abhor. They set it free to catch their ruler, the same one they used to adore, the one who's only gotten crueler and would not change forevermore. In darkest night they stole the king's crown and hid it somewhere on the shore. They woke the king up and made him bow, humiliating him some more, before they cast away the ruler to wander with his queen the whore, and ne'er return, for their abuser with crown would pay with blood for sure. Once the king finishes reciting the poem, everyone participating in the ritual will fall into a deep sleep. The ritual has officially begun. A couple of hours later, you will wake up, and just as you open your eyes, a blood-curdling shriek freezes you in place. Your heart's gonna be racing as the only real proof that you didn't just have a heart attack, as you're frantically looking around trying to pinpoint the source of the noise through the complete darkness. As you sit still in dead silence, trying to decide on your next move, you are going to be met with 3 knocks at your door. If you are the king, go to the door and ask, "Who is it?" An unknown voice will reply,
"I come in peace, and I bear gifts for His Majesty."
To this, you should firmly reply, "Drop your gifts and be gone. His Majesty cannot see you now." You will hear footsteps getting further away from your house. Only open the door to claim your gifts after the footsteps will no longer be audible. You are going to find a wooden, ancient chest and a sachet. Bring them inside and lock the door. feel free to look inside the sachet. You will find that it is filled with gold pieces, a gift for the greedy king. One that, quite frankly, he will have no time to enjoy. Now, if you turn your attention to the chest, you will find inside of it an immense, ornate, pure gold crown, encrusted with gems no mere mortal has ever laid eyes on. Pick it up and put it on your head, king. And as you do so, take your place on the throne and wait. A couple of hours later, the same familiar knock will startle you. Respond in the same way, and your visitor will leave once more. This time, they will have brought you another chest, so big in fact, you will barely be able to make it fit through the door. As you open it, you'll come to discover this too is filled with riches. More golden coins will await you, assorted with precious jewels such as sapphires, rubies, and diamonds, just to name a few. Another generous gift for the greedy king. Not even an hour later, however, your peace will once again be disturbed. This time, it won't be a knock, but a rather violent banging on the door. The voice you heard earlier will now turn into a hellish growl, demanding that you open the door and let it in. Your door will not be able to contain it for very long. If anything, it will only fuel its anger and turn it ravenous. It is advised that if the servants want to make it out alive, they should restrain the king on his throne and open the door for the beast.
Open the door, you greedy king, and look me in the eyes, for when the story is finishing, the king always dies.
The king must be wearing his crown. Also, any servant who claims a piece of the treasure, however small, is doomed to share the same fate as the king. If you stay away from the riches as a servant and even help the figure catch the king, you are safe and will walk away unharmed. If you're the one wearing the crown, however, don't even try to escape. Make peace with your fate and surrender to it willingly, and you just might benefit from the thing's pity and be met with a quick death. Say a prayer to yourself as you are met with the sound of your door being smashed. The last thing you will ever hear before it consumes you is,
The king always dies.